my parents initially weren't impressed, and my dad especially, like some days when I'll be playing League, he'll just take away my internet and my router because he felt like I was playing too much games. I wasn't revising or studying. The thing is, initially when I was in college, I was like an A to A star student, but as I played League, my grades went down hard. Like I went from an A to A star to like C or D or U even. So, my God, the times are hard, really hard. But thank God I'm a League pro then.
Hey everyone, this is Darius, and K to the Kasing that came out a lot worse.
K to the Kasing.
That came out a lot worse than I thought. Oh man. Okay, besides that, congrats on finally grabbing some wins going 2-0 after going 0-4. That must feel super relieving.
I mean, I feel, it's obviously good to win. And I won't lie, it's much better than 0-6, for example. That could have been me.
It has happened to other teams.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't want to be 0-6 right now. But no, I feel like even though we won, like I'm super happy. But I feel me personally as a player, I feel like I don't feel like I'm performing that good. I feel like these past 2 games have been my teammates stepping up more than me individually, like doing my job well or playing my part well. And maybe it's just the fact that I feel like I'm not as confident as I was before. And that's including like spring split, when even though towards the end, towards the beginning we were really, really bad. And then towards the end we got like much better as a team. And for this split, I feel like maybe because of the meta changing, it didn't go, so well for us in week 1 because we were very surprised about Heimer getting a pick. Because none of our scrims included a Heimer, so we were like, what are they doing, And yeah. But basically, I think this week has been more my teammates playing well rather than me. I feel like I could have definitely stepped up more.
Is there a reason that you can pinpoint towards where you go like, okay, this is why I didn't feel comfortable or didn't feel confident?
I think it's a mixture of one, stress, because being 0-4, I've never been 0-4 in my entire life, for this, for the first 2 weeks especially. But another one was just the fact that maybe I feel like I was slacking in terms of understanding what it is to be a shot caller. And I don't know, maybe I felt like it was enough, but nothing is ever enough. Like, you can always do more in terms of your time, your practice, your shot calling, everything you're doing in terms of in-game, that is. And it was more like I knew what the right play was up until when I don't say it, then no one knows, If you're a shot caller, you have to be very assertive in terms of what you want to do, what you need, and what you can do about it, right? Like what your teammates can also do about it and give their input. But for me, it was just like, okay, we're just going to play for this tower, and then I would say one basic plan, and then I'll just kind of not say more. And that was the problem, how I saw it. And this is pretty bad because as a shot caller, you should say way more. You're basically dictating the game. And I think I just got complacent and just played bad, man. I mean, I didn't really die anything, which is good. But, in the end, it's more about how you perform in playoffs and at Worlds. That's my most important goal anyway. So I'm just going to try and keep at improving this specific thing about me, like my shot calling anyway, because I value being good as a team. And obviously I don't want to be the deadweight to kind of bring my team back. So yeah.
Given that you have such an important role, almost as a leader or as a captain essentially, would you consider taking responsibility for the 0-4 week as a person essentially?
I think for the first 2 games, honestly, I don't think anyone could have helped us in that case because we were so clueless. My God. But I think the other 2 losses last week, I definitely take a lot of responsibility. I feel like we had a clear game plan, but I didn't say it as it should be. And that was the problem, because even if you're a shot caller, you're leader or captain, you're leading the entire team with your shot calling and stuff, but you have to make sure everyone in your team understands what the plan is. Because if you just let your team just die and stuff, right, and you don't do anything about it, you don't try to make a new plan, you don't try to kind of salvage that. And that was the problem that I had going into that last week anyway. And then I kind of focused more on it and tried to fix it before our games today, and which we did, of course. But I still feel I could do way more. So I just need to make sure that one day I'm going to be this world-class shot caller one day. But for now, I think I'm still I'm just not good enough right now. But hopefully one day.
Tough words, but at least you're going at it with a positive mentality for the future.
I mean, the thing is, I don't want to be in LCS and just be happy that I'm in LCS, I want to be able to do more with it. I want to achieve something. and I can't achieve some greatness without actually putting hard work in. And I don't want to be, what's it called? I don't want to sugarcoat stuff. I'm very like realistic with how I want to improve and stuff. And maybe I'm a bit hard on myself, but I feel like it's definitely necessary if you want to become one of the best players. You can't just expect yourself to be the best from just doing nothing at all. So yeah, I mean, I take every win and loss like serious, guys. I always try to see what I could do better. And obviously with the coaching staff that I have with Peter, Duke, and Mac as our coaching staff, they all like help me a lot in terms of understanding, what I could have done better. And I definitely appreciate having them in Splice.
Very interesting. Now, you've been, of course, a pro player for a very long time, but from an outside perspective, it feels like there are quite a few players that just seemingly play to have a spot and like play, to have fun and like be at LCS. But given that the Splice aspiration at this point should be Worlds, given that you play stud, you're not going to represent EU at Rift Rivals, you have a decent chance at grabbing it. But does it feel even more a bit more difficult, given that G2 is really stepping it up? Fnatic look pretty strong overall. Misfits are super dominant. Is that almost a bit worrying, or is it like, okay, well, by the time playoffs comes around, we still have a good shot?
I mean, I feel like right now, this meta probably fits G2 the best because of that this funnel strategy, you have like a supportive bot lane, which is Hyuna with it, and then Perks being your main carry with Jankos as, like a supportive dog too. But yeah, I think this meta fits them really well. They know how to play, like they know their macro really well too. And I think the fact that every player is on the same page, and this is why their funnel strategy has been so well, because everyone understands what to do. And I feel like regarding Fnatic, obviously they tried their version of funnel strategy, but this time with 4 dogs, 4 players that can CC and help mid. But I don't think that was as good compared to G2 strat, because G2's one was more refined. It felt like a better version of it, And yeah, for us, I would say, even though our score is 2-4, like sometimes I look at the score and I wonder why we're 2-4, and it makes me think actually it's because of me. And I need to be the one to step up to make Splice good. So, I mean, we can definitely be better by the time playoffs comes. I can see it for sure. But I feel like these past 2 weeks that we played before, obviously, I felt like we were focusing on the wrong things, which is why we ended up losing. Not to mention my individual performance. I felt like I kind of underperformed. So, I would definitely look to step up for future games for sure. And make sure that Splice at Rift Rivals will be way stronger than you see in EU.
Excited for Rift Rivals, or are you a bit worried that you're not going to do one? The EU is going to return and you go like, should have sent Misfits.
I mean, maybe right now, you like viewers and fans, everyone will say, why are Splice staying? What are they doing? But I can assure you, like, Rift Rivals will definitely be a stepping stone for us. This is the redemption that will take us to playoffs.
That's a very nice quote. Okay, so let's talk a bit about you and your personal history. I've always been wondering, you've been playing League for a very long time, but have there been other major video games that influenced you in your youth? Like, I don't know, Pokemon for a lot of people, or Counter-Strike and stuff like that.
Actually, I played Warcraft 3.
Okay.
The Frozen Thrones.
Yeah.
And I played like custom maps. So I was this guy or this pleb that would just play like all the random maps, like, what's it called? Footman Frenzy. Or play there was like so much random maps, like Legion TD, such and such, tree tags, sheep tag, and and then I came across Dota.
Okay.
So I played Dota then. Like, I was really terrible at Dota. It was like I was bronze in League, like completely bad. I even remember the first game. Oh my god, I was so terrible. But I eventually got to meet my friends on Warcraft. I'm I don't have no friends. But the thing is, like, I got to meet friends, and that helped me improve on Dota because I wanted to understand it more. Like, it was frustrating, obviously, to lose, and someone that's frustrated to lose wants to get better, So eventually, I got better at Dota and started to like understand, how to play the game. Kind of like League of Legends now, where you have to understand the macro first before understanding how to play the game. And for Dota, it was like a stepping stone for me because I had never really played MOBAs before aside from Dota itself, and I played Dota for like 5 to 6 years. Like, this was when I was like maybe 10 or 11. Yeah. And then when I was like 16 or so, there was like this event that that I tried to play for. It was like Raise a Global Challenge, I think. But I tried to qualify with like these 4 other friends that I played a lot of in-houses with Dota, and then eventually we got to like top 64, but like I couldn't qualify for top 32 anyway because I was too young. Oh. Like, you had to be 18 and over to travel and stuff, but I was 16. Yeah. So it's really awkward. But I think that was like the beginning of like why I enjoyed MOBA so much. I think that was a period when everyone was very, what's it called? League was still a new game at the time. I think it was like season 2 that I joined. One of my friends introduced me to it, and the only reason why I even played League of Legends is because my PC like overheated, like legit, like.
When playing Dota.
Yeah, this is when I'm playing Dota, and the PC legit like went on fire. So, yeah.
Like actually on fire, or like metaphorically?
No, there was a fire. Like it was bad. So my brother had to like buy me a new PC. My God, if I didn't have that, maybe I would be a different person I am today.
Wow, damn. Shout out to your brother then.
Yeah, I think my brother's my inspiration for why I'm a pro today. Because without him, I don't think I would be here. Wouldn't be here at all.
And I would assume that he's like an older brother.
Yes, of course. Now my younger brother's gonna help me out, you know. But yeah, my brother Eric.
Damn. Shout out to Eric. Is he good in League or Dota?
He's not that good. No. He likes Olaf and Wukong. No, it's not that good.
Such weird champions as well.
Yeah.
Is it like gold 3 each or something?
No, he's silver. No, just don't even mention it. It's just not good. He plays ARAMs a lot, so.
Damn. He should maybe become a journalist then.
If he wants, you know, he's fine for that. But no, I don't think he's that into like. He's more of a hobby for him.
Fair. What was your parents' reaction to the whole like gaming a lot thing, and then your PC catching fire?
My parents like, what are you doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. That's so much money. Like everything was always about money. Like my parents, back then anyway, they weren't really supportive about me going into League of Legends and being a pro, because they felt like it was just a computer game. You know, you can't do anything about that. All you can do is just waste time playing games. Blah blah. They wanted me to go uni, have a job, blah blah, and just have a life. But I told them League is my life. That's so cheesy, my God. If I said that to my parents, I'm disowned instantly. I'm just kicked out. but on a real level, okay? But my parents initially weren't impressed, and my dad especially, like some days when I'll be playing League, he'll just take away my internet and my router because he felt like I was playing too much games. I wasn't revising or studying. The thing is, initially when I was in college, I was like an A to A-star student, but as I played League, my grades went down hard. Like I went from an A to A-star to like C or D or U even. So, my God, the times are hard, really hard. But thank God I'm a League pro then.
Yeah, good thing that one out.
Yeah. I think I took a big gamble.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, it was always about work ethic, you know? Yeah. As long as you know that you're not wasting time just like being a flamer in solo queue, for example. I think back then I was a bit toxic. But I wasn't toxic to the point where, you know, I would legit call someone racist slurs or anything like that. It was just like I was very frustrated at the game. Because obviously if you have your parents kind of saying, you know, that they're disappointed with you and stuff, then you kind of let this affect you when you're playing. So, yeah.
And then it like influences the way you play.
Exactly, yes.
Relatable. Anything you want to say to the Splice fans out there?
Well, I know you guys have seen us lose the first 2 weeks. I take blame for that, I'm sorry. But I'll definitely step up. As you saw, we went 2-0 this week, but I still think we could obviously do more. And I appreciate every single like comment or tweet that you guys like send me, because, you know, times are hard and I can't get by without you guys. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. If you watch this interview to the end, you're an awesome person, and I want Kasing and I to know that you're an awesome person. So put in hashtag. Would you like to create a hashtag real quick?
Just hashtag Team Kasing is fine.
Hashtag Team Kasing. Put it in the YouTube comments.
Oh yeah.
Very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Kasing. Best of luck in the future weeks, of course, and at Rift Rivals. Most importantly, don't disrespect the region, please. Just kidding.
I will not. Don't worry.
And Darius from the Shotcaller. Have a good day. Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I hope you just enjoyed that interview. This is a generic end card, so make sure to click here for another interview or here for a different interview. And if you want to check out more content, specifically from the NALCS, make sure to visit theshotcaller.net for more interviews and other esports content. Have a good day.